Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and look, this is not going to be your typical Wildwood video. This is more or less a transparency video. For those who don't know, I'm very big on being honest with everyone and being transparent, especially when it comes to everything that's going on with Ukraine. And so right now, I want to go ahead and just give you guys an update. There's a lot of things going on, and I really want to tell you how your donations have been helping a lot of people in Ukraine. So first thing I have to start off by saying is thank you. Thank you so much for all the amazing support messages, all your donations, all of just the simple emails like, hey, how's your family doing? Are you guys doing okay? You have no idea how much we appreciate it, and Julia's town of Lubashiv appreciates it. And after today's video, I think you're going to understand how big of an impact you guys have been making. So I just want to jump backwards just to kind of recap everything up to this point. For those who don't know, my beautiful wife Julia, she's born and raised in Ukraine, and I stole her from her family. I'm going to be honest with you. I stole her from her family. She just became a U.S. citizen about 3 weeks before the war started. Her mom, her dad, aunts, uncles, sister-in-law, all of her family still lives in Ukraine, at least up until the war. And when the war first started, we've kind of been doing everything we can to not only support her family, but also support the local militia in town. So for the past few weeks, we've been raising money. We've now donated over $25,000 to her town of Lubashiv. And that was to purchase a ton of stuff. Boots, hats, helmets, bulletproof vests. We put gas in tanks, like legitimate tanks. We helped them purchase medical gear, tactical kits, backpacks, food, you name it. We have been supplying them with as much as we can to help them out. And in between that time, we've done a lot of fundraisers, including the Wildwood's Walkathon for Ukraine. We put the press release together. We were there. For that event, we were able to donate $15,000, which is wonderful. The organization was able to, which is such a great feeling. But you know how it is. Once you see that money go, you don't realize where is that money going? How is it being used? And let's go ahead and kind of break that down. The first thing you have to understand is that there's a lot of organizations you can donate to. You know, the things that we're sending to our family goes through just regular Venmo or PayPal, and then we send that over via Western Union. There's no fees, so they get every single dollar. You know, we're not really big on donating to the Red Cross because that dollar kind of dwindles down to like 30 cents when it's all said and done. When it comes through us, you see every single dollar, and every dollar is getting used. So a good example is for those who donated to the walkathon, that money gets sent over to make tactical bags. Now that money over there, it's a little bit different. The way that it's done is a different organization. Some of them send the money to Poland and then they build the kits there. In New Jersey, there's an organization called Razum, which actually means Ukraine. It's called Razum for Ukraine, meaning Together for Ukraine. And they build the tactical kits here. All the kits are made here in America and shipped over, and it's done by volunteers. After the walkathon, we found out that Razum needed volunteers. And so Julia and I, for the past several weeks, have been going a few times a week or every other week to build these tactical kits. And I have a couple videos that I put on TikTok at Julia-Contino and a couple other things on Instagram. But I'm going to show you some of the videos. Just a heads up though, it's in horizontal, so vertical, horizontal, whatever it is. So it's going to only take up this part of the screen, but check it out. And here's the assembly line. You got a bag, put scissors in there, 2 different kinds of gauze. Get bandages. This is for burns. More bandages, a lot of bandages. Gauze, blankets, marker, and then gloves, and then they go in boxes.
Що сьогодні відбувається на складі. У нас дуже багато волонтерів, було записано близько 40 людей на 2 зміни. Ми всім дуже вдячні.
You know, the bandages, we're getting new bags down the line. There's these ones. We knocked out this pallet here, and there's another pallet down there we knocked out. And Julia is now knocked out of energy. So depending on the day this past week, Julia and I knocked out 850. It was only 4 of us. It's one every like 28 seconds. The weekend before on a Saturday, we did 2,700. It's really cool because you know that when you package it, the next time someone opens it, it's going to be a Ukrainian soldier saving the life of someone. So the donation over there, you know, it's saving lives. It truly is. On top of doing that, we've been taking in donations. Whether it's military fatigues, helmets, bulletproof vests, and things like that, we raised about $15,000 worth of gear that we shipped over to Ukraine about a week and a half ago. And the cool thing is, that stuff was shipped over, and they received it in Lviv on Tuesday. Someone from Lubashiv, which is all the way in the top-hand corner, was able to go down and pick it up and drive all the way back up. And we started getting photos of the troops taking selfies with all the equipment that we sent them on. It's pretty cool. Here's a couple photos. So there's some of your donation right there. Shipping that stuff was like $600. You can see in some older photos of all the equipment that we had purchased for them. Another thing that we were able to do was purchase a car, as we're calling it, a tank. You see, unfortunately, about 45 men from our town, Lubashiv, have gotten called into battle. Now, you have to look at a map of Ukraine to really understand how all this kind of works out, but imagine that this is the center line and Kiev is right here and we divide it, okay? We're gonna say that this over here is the east. I know it's probably mirrored on the camera. This is the east coast and this is the west coast. Julia's town on the map is right over here on the west coast, right in the corner of Poland and Belarus. And luckily the Russian troops have been holding back and not coming down at them. But these guys over here have to get to, if you look in the quadrant like this, all the way over here, which is towards Mariupol, Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, Kharkiv, pretty much the battlefront. And so we've been raising money to purchase vehicles to not only get them to the front line, something they can actually use while on the front line, but also get all of the military equipment we purchased. Everything that we have in a truck, all the way over there. Well, we finally purchased a vehicle, a Mercedes truck. It was purchased in Poland and driven all the way over. I forget the exact. It's like a hatchback kind of car. It had gotten to Lubashiv, and once there was an ugly color. I could show you it in a second. And we had someone who donated their time to paint this thing green so it blends in. Take a look.
Бандеромобіль приїхав.
So now at least 4 men are going to fit in this car, loaded up with gear, and drive all the way to the front line along with the other 41 men. So that's where we're at this moment. Your donations are now getting sent to the front line and will potentially save a life. And it will save a life. All the military equipment, all the stuff inside the tactical bags, all of that is going to save some lives. So it's no better feeling than knowing that even though we're here in the States, we're still doing good on the other side of the world. So once again, I want to thank you guys for, your donations and sending your love, because it really means a lot. And, you may have donated a month ago. I may have forgotten about what happened to it. Now you have a clear understanding of what your donation went to, how it's being used, and that it's going to be on the front line saving lives. Now, if you still want to donate, we're still taking money via Venmo. My wife says Julia-Contino. I could put in the description below. If you want to do an organization, Razum for Ukraine, that's their website. Look them up. You can donate that way. Funny thing is, if you donate it through them, that money buys the bags that we're putting together that we're shipping out. If you donate through us, that money goes straight to Lubashiv so they can purchase gear over there. You could choose which one you want to go with. It's totally up to you. Now, If you want to volunteer your time, you can. Razum for Ukraine is in New Jersey. Only thing is, it's kind of like in central New Jersey. It's Port Reading. So that is exit 12 on the Turnpike. They do this pretty much every single day except for Sunday from 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 p.m. You could pick a couple shifts. You could do a half a shift. It's totally up to you. I know it's kind of a drive from South Jersey. Believe me, I know it's a drive from South Jersey. But if you have the time, whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Saturday, go ahead, reach out to me. I'll be glad to set you up. Maybe we can even bag them together. But anyway, once again, I want to thank you guys for all the love and the donations. You have no idea how much I appreciate it, how much Julia appreciates it. You guys are truly the best. Thank you so much for just being here. I mean, even just watching this video helps out because all the money that I've been raising through the YouTube ads is all getting sent over to help out her family and the town of Lubishev and the soldiers. So, guys, thank you so much for your time. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you on the beach. See you later. Bye.